I was first introduced to Envision Magazine through my wife. I was home and she has all the issues, all 4 issues of the magazine on the bookshelf. And we were doing some cleaning and I saw the magazines and I was wondering to myself, you know, what about an app for Envision Magazine?
In December of 2012, we got an email from Kenty Ramdatt. He's a recent computer science graduate of Andrews University, and he asked, "Do you have an app?" And we were like, "No." And he's like, "Do you want an app?" And we were like, "Of course, we would love to have an app."
But at the time as well, I was also starting to learn. I became very interested in app development. And so I wanted a real project to work on. I didn't know anything about apps. Of course, when I say anything about apps, I mean I didn't know how to develop apps. I knew about the language, but the actual specifics of the APIs and so forth, I didn't know anything about that. As a matter of fact, I had never even owned an iPad or used an iPad for more than probably 10 minutes in a day. And so at the initial stages, I did a lot of research. I had to learn, acquire documentation. I purchased books as well. I downloaded PDF files, looked at different tutorials. That was part of the learning process for me. And then now, since I'm developing an app for a magazine, I now have to discover or try to understand exactly how I'm going to translate all of those constructs in the language to a magazine app.
So Kenty immediately got to work in putting together this app. At the time, we had the magazine and feature writing class, and they were the editors who were putting together the issue number 5. And so we started working with Kenty and looking at different magazines to figure out what we liked, what we didn't like.
I spent a lot of time doing research, finding out, first of all, what are some of the best practices out there in the industry in terms of, whether I should be using images to render my pages, whether I should be looking at a PDF approach, or whether I should be looking at a whole new approach altogether. And so I spent time downloading apps for different magazines, looking at how they work, from a user perspective, and also trying to get an idea as to how, what's happening under the hood, so to speak.
One of the things immediately that we knew is that we wanted a magazine that was interactive. We didn't want to just have flat PDF pages that you put up, but we needed videos. We needed much more that the audience could actually hear more to the story, see it on another platform. That's the beauty of having something that's digital. You can hear it, you can see it, it becomes real. It's no longer just a printed page.
One of the challenges that I experienced in the app was deciding whether to render the PDFs or the magazine using images, just raw images, or using PDF documents. And so I had to decide how I would incorporate certain features like, interactive features like the video and the hyperlinks.
So we were on the track to put together the print magazine, working with the photographers, the graphic designers. And so during that time, we started trying to figure out, okay, which stories lend themselves to also having another component, whether it's video, whether it's using, slideshows, or audio from the recordings that our reporters had done.
Many times the process was frustrating because when I would think to myself that I understood a concept well enough to be able to translate that into a feature in the app, I realized that, hey, I had not even touched the surfaces yet. And so more reading, more research, And so sometimes it was really frustrating because I want to get this thing turned over quickly, but at the same time, I'm limited because I don't have the knowledge that I need to move as quickly as I want to, and also, to drive the app as quickly as I would like. I spent many long nights staying up, and then I remember one morning I said to myself, I have to get it. This is the day I have to get it. And so I went across to the library and I just got down to it, and when I finally pressed that play button and the video showed up, I was like, hallelujah, yes! That really motivated me, because up until that point, I had spent so much time just trying to get it working. But up until that point, when I finally got it working, it was like, yes, this is enough fuel to continue pushing me on to get the additional interactive features going. So that was like, that was like a eureka moment.
Kenty Ramdatt, he has spent countless hours putting together this app, and we're looking forward to seeing readers, how they react to it, the readers that we are regular readers and new readers being able to see the magazine now on their mobile devices.
I believe in the purpose that the magazine was established for. I believe in the reason why Envision exists. The stories that they carry, touches the lives of every single one of us. And so to be able to reach people, in a way that they're always connected, and to be able to deliver that content, whenever they want it, I think, you couldn't ask for more. The stories are so enriching, and also, it's a way of showcasing the work of students and what they're learning. So more than ever, I think an app, gives you direct access to your users and your customers and whoever it is, right in the palm of their hands. I think as I look at my own life and where I have, my journey up until this point, a lot of times I think I've pushed myself outside of my comfort zone. It's very easy to be in a classroom and to think that what you've acquired throughout your course of study is enough. There's nothing more. But really and truly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Challenge yourself, push yourself. The world is really looking for people who will become the next Steve Jobs, who create the next big thing. And the only way you could do that is if you challenge yourself and push yourself to the limit. That's the only way you will discover what is beyond the horizon, what is beyond the classroom.